Hello and welcome to Lots of Daft Gamecraft, where today our challenge is going to be to see if we can get a raid going at a village. It's a good way to get emeralds. It's an excellent way to get emeralds. We have a village nearby. Oh, by the way, a couple of people have asked about the guy with the deep voice. Chuck, introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Chuck. What's up?
He's not really allowed, on film too much.
Hey man, I feel like this could be my big breakthrough moment,
Yeah. We want to go over to that village and see if we can find an active raid occurring, and then we're going to see if we can get Bad Omen. Bad Omen's an effect that essentially summons a raid to a village, but first you got to kill one of these banner bearers from the Illagers. So I had one here the other night, I killed him, I got Bad Omen. I forgot that if you go to sleep, you lose Bad Omen.
Yeah, I tried to tell you that, man, but you were like, hey, Chuck, go away.
I never actually said that. I just said, you can't tell me stuff after it happens like it was,
I just said that's what happens when you sleep, man. I could have told you.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me. That's kind of useless. Go back to filming.
I'm also the boom mic operator. So,
Yeah, it's in the shot right now.
Anyway.
So let's go see if we can find an Illager. First things first, we got to get out of here. I put these gates up because, well, look at it, right? You know what I'm talking about? Play a hate the player, don't hate the game. Now dawn is breaking, so I don't know if we're going to get a good shot at anything here, but I do want to run over to the village and reaffirm its location. Whoa, wouldn't want to fall down there. First things first that might be a problem is that this village so far has shown itself to have... Ah, I hear somebody. Hey there, if there's two of you, we could get you to breed, right? Is there a second?
Hey man, is there a reason we're boxing this guy in?
Yeah, to protect him from zombies. Pillager outposts apparently generate about 300 blocks from a village. We know that if we head back to the castle, there's no pillager outpost, but we also know we met pillagers at our castle. So, must mean that the pillager building is somewhere near here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do a couple of cardinal runs, compass runs, and we'll see if we can find something. Okay, so we don't actually find anything, and we get lost. And it's a lot of getting lost. I mean, I got lost for a while.
I was actually pretty scared.
So much so that the only choice I had was to use my compass, which I had on me, and just head back to my very first spawn point and try and reconstruct myself from there. But here's the situation. When I was doing all of my wanders from my very first base, I wandered out this far. That's why I have a local marker of mine that I set way before I even found this place through the nether. So I started thinking to myself, well, I did find a pillager outpost once upon a time. So maybe if I just check every village on my way home and I go 300 blocks around it, well, hey, presto, I found it. So I cheated, I marked my coordinates to it, and when we got back home, I went out and I set some posts up. So let's go look at that village. All right, first things first, we gotta build a raid location. I made this gravel path to the village just for fun. Why not? It's nice because it's a straight shot, All right, I did this once before, and I don't want to get too complicated with it again, but I built what I call a raid platform, which is an elevated structure that allows me to shoot bad guys from, and keeps me from being toppled. So I'm going to make like the letter H, you know, with a couple of wings and a central connecting pathway, and from there we should be able to have a nice raid. Yeah, so this is not the best of village layouts for this kind of thing. I'm just trying to picture myself being up here and wanting to see all sides of the action. I think if I were to sit through a few of these raids, I'd probably figure out where they're most likely to be corralled. But this will work, and it does not look like any letter in the English alphabet, not the least of which is the letter H. So let's get to the other side and see what I've got. All right, and here we are. I've lit the area, which has reduced spawning, but not by, as you can tell, a ton. There is the raid platform crisscrossing through the village. Ooh, we've got a loose villager. That is not good. How did that happen? So yeah, you can see we got the raid platform crisscrossing the village, circling around. I should have a pretty good shot up here. So now we just need to go kill the banner bearer, I guess. Let's do that. Let's first get that villager corralled. All right, so basically all I did was went to that village. It's not too far away. You put down a boat, and the villagers kind of just pop into the boat as soon as they have an opportunity to. Then you get in and you paddle on dry land. I later added some water here. If we go back to this village later, you'll see it. I've got water kind of flowing at random drop buckets. And that made it a lot easier to push across the land, because this is actually pretty slow. So I sped it up. But this is all I did was I just transported them one at a time back around the corner, because that's kind of where it is, and took them to the sluiceway that I built, to get into the keep here, the village. And here's a shot of it. You just kind of glide through. It's kind of clumsy. I put these slabs in here ahead of each of these blocks. Kind of gives you the chance to sort of glide up and over. And then you get to the top, and you just hop out and throw down some blocks to block the villager, and you know, remove the boat, and out he comes. Let's go get one more villager and show that. So this time you can see I've added water to the landscape. And that'll I'll let this run at normal speed. See how the water really does boost your overland movement. If you're gonna go get 10 or 12 villagers, you probably want to lay down some water. If you're gonna just let them breed, maybe you don't need that many.
Do it now so you don't forget how. Like and subscribe.
But I'll tell you, moving across land is super slow in a boat. So even if the water's running against you, it's so much faster than paddling on dry land. And then I built this little sluiceway here for getting down off the hill. Somewhere around here, we're going to fast forward. The village really isn't that far away. I keep putting down marker torches because every time I do this, I manage to get lost. I don't know why, since literally you just turn the corner and there's another village, but always looks real cool to see the castle come around the corner, especially at sunset. And into our sluiceway and up to dump off our new friend. All right, I know I said that I was going to take you guys on a trip to the Pillager Outpost, but I think this is a pretty good place to wrap up. We've got villagers into the village, sufficient numbers. We have them cordoned off. We've got a good number of iron golems wandering around to help. I think we'll set a raid in motion, but we got to pause here and wrap it up. All right, thank you for watching Not So Daft Gamecraft Gosa Builds a Village. I've been Gosa, you've been great.